What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 21 of my Total Warhammer 2 modded Throgg campaign. So as we saw last time, Wulfric fought himself several battles, a siege against the Empire, and a fight in the sea against the Elves, both of which ended up in our favor with us not having lost any individual units, so I'm gotta be pretty darn happy with the results there. Although we did learn that we probably would need a few more frontliners. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to change up with regards to this army yet, because we do still need to get mammoths in here, and we need to get skin wolves in here. The Beasts of Tashnar and the Ice Wolves are going to go into Cirtha X army, because I plan to build Cirtha X army with Marauder Horsemasters, Wolves and Doggos, tons and tons of chariots, and yeah, that's about it. A fully mobile army at that, especially because the unnatural selection thing that buffs Warhounds, Ice Wolves, and Marauder chariots is all in the same tree, and neither Throgg nor Wulfric is going to get that. They're just going to use Skin Wolves for that purpose, essentially. I do love having the Doggos in our armies because they're amazing at chasing units off and killing them, but you know, the Skin Wolves, as I said, can do that sort of thing almost as well, and they can hit other much harder targets like Cav way better. It's not even a comparison, so I think that'll be good. I don't know how Cirtha X army is going to deal with large units. Might have to try to kite them with Marauder Horsemasters. I'm not entirely sure yet. I guess we'll find out when it's up. In the meantime, he is going to keep sieging Eilhart until Wulfric can come all the way back here to try to get the defeating Volkmar the Grim buff, and yeah, that will be pretty swell, I think. What I would hope doesn't happen here is Volkmar the Grim tries to attack Cirtha, because then we're going to have to back off, as we don't want to waste the buff. Then what might happen is if there's a vampiric army close by, they might attack this and take it away from us, which would make me very upset. But I guess we're going to have to find out. I really shouldn't talk and jinx us, tempt Zinch, and that sort of thing. Anyway, I believe that's it for this turn. We do have some money remaining, but since we're in the negative because we have this little defensive force here with Calgakill, I guess we're going to have to remain there. Yeah, alright, let's do it. Let's see, Eatane, I would like to... Settlement besieged. Oh yeah, we're supposed to, that's us. I thought for a second that was them besieging us. Yeah, I would really love to know where Eatane is. Oh, and it looks like Reichland just passed us, so they are not going to attack Cirtha, which is perfect. And what the hell are you doing? What are you doing, Sakana? The AI is just insane sometimes. It doesn't know what to do, and it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna suicide here. Okay. I wish that we got something out of this. And we lost 0. Okay. Who got the kill here? It looks like it was the Marauder Horseman that got the kill. Good job, Marauder Horseman. I wish that there were some dynamic upgrades, like the Horsemen in the garrison, if they survived a big battle, or if they got a Lord kill, they might turn into Marauder Horsemasters, or something like that. I think that would be a really cool addition. Devs, if you're listening, make it happen for Warhammer 3. Alright, what else do we got here? Marienburg's not moving. It looks like nobody's moving, in fact. You know what I should have done that turn? I should have had Throgg destroy the last town belonging to Marienburg. Oh well, we'll see. What do we have here? This weather is brutal even by northern standards. A vicious hailstorm blows up from nowhere as it howls down upon your settlement. Okay, we've seen this one before, and we have the option of negative growth or negative rating. We're probably not going to be doing any raiding anytime soon, as probably for the next 10 turns we're going to be moving around a lot, as Throgg needs to march all the way up there to Kislev and to do his monster hunt finally. So I feel like we're going to fortify the shrines. And plus, once again, you don't want to piss off the gods. Okay, so that's good. Faction destroyed Cathik. Oh, that's why it suicided. That was their last lord. Fascinating. Hey, we got some more armor for our infantry. That's always lovely. And who do we have out here? Some other weak lord. You're also looking quite bad there, Safari. And oh, Tyrion's still here. That's so annoying, because then we can't destroy Calcagil. We have to leave him there. We're also going to have to make sure you don't rebel right now, so we're going to cancel that. Torvaldek. Who the hell is Torvaldek? Oh, right. He's one of our mages. You keep stealing tech, buddy. And another success for you. See? That's how we do it. Okay, so we can level you up. I guess we're going through Onslaught just in case, or we could go through Quell. You know what, go for Onslaught first. It doesn't really matter as we're just trying to get potent on you. And speaking of stealing tech, I believe you're supposed to do the same thing over here at Ubersreich, Mr. Frisky. And you got yourself a Mountain Scout, and you succeeded as well. Somebody's doing well today. Nobody better, no combo breakers, please. Okay, let's see. You, keep sieging. Wulfric, how quickly can you get back here? Let's pop you back into Drakar's stance. And... this is controlled C, so we should actually regenerate here. And then in a single turn be able to move back into Eilhart. Yeah, I guess. Do that. You are going to move away, so this will... If Tyrion decides to, he can very much go here and try to attack Long Yi. Which would obviously be problematic. And there we go. Wulfric's healing, but not nearly as much as I'd like. Now, what can you do? And looks like Egrim leveled up as well. Let's give him a point here. We're going through hard to hit, so we're just going to continue going through hard to hit. Just so that we can get the good stuff over here. We do want to get Feral and Honored as soon as possible, but we're a fair ways away from that, unfortunately. And we also want to get the Alpha Wolf and all that good stuff that powers up our Skin Wolves here. I really still dislike the... this trait appearing to actually hurt us, and I don't understand why that's happening. Oh well. It's okay. It's not a big deal either way. Let's see. Throgg, you are going to destroy Lorelorn Forest, and I think... Do we sack it for 4k? That'll take another extra turn that we have to be here. I'd really kind of rather move down here so that he can meet up with Cirtha and trade units. Alright, let's fight this first. We're unfortunately not able to auto-resolve this because Frosty will die. So let's just fight this really quickly. I'm just gonna send the trolls in basically to mash up the the poor enemy infantry. Oh look, they got a nice little defensive position. It's cute, cute. I just know that the trolls won't get hurt, so there's no need to send in anybody else, because anybody else might get surrounded and damaged, and I don't think we need any more damaged in this army right now. Okay, so super quickly, let's get everybody back here, and let's take Throgg. Frogg's already hurt, but I don't think he's gonna get any more hurt fighting basic troops. Get you three in. You know what, maybe we'll get the Miststalkers in as well. I don't think the enemy units could actually hurt them. And Carnifex, you could help out. And I think that's it, everybody else can stay back. Skin Wolves, you're unhurt as well. You might make this a little bit faster so you can run up there. Alright, start deployment. Go. You guys move it up here. Let's speed it up to max. And turn guard mode off of everybody, please. There we are. We will also move up our Fimir, and we will move up our Skin Wolves right there. Probably should turn off everybody's run mode just so that they don't tire themselves out. Like so. You guys can actually make a battle line. Now, do they have a lord here? I didn't even check. No, they have a unit that's a lord. Okay. Alright, how are we doing? We getting closer? There we go. Egrim's out front. Don't want him to get shot up, though, because he is, after all, much more fragile than the trolls. Trolls could slow down a little bit. It looks like you're still fresh, so let's just give you a few seconds of normal speed walking, while the Fimir and the Skin Wolves get ready to attack these guys from the back. At least we'll get to see some absolute slaughter with no chance of taking any damage. Although we have seen several of those already. Or quite a few, I should say. Alright, you know what? Throgg, move up first. I think what we're going to do is we're going to have you start off with some copious vomit, or whatever the hell it's called. Do that. Yeah, they're going to shoot you a little bit. You can regenerate it. Everybody else, you know what? Everybody group up. As soon as Throgg vomits, you're just going to charge. We don't really need to control this. Throgg, getting in there. And there it goes. Let's see how much damage that dishes out. Really not much. I expected a little bit more, but the angle was a little off there. Anyway, everybody else, you're grouped and you can charge now. Feel free and enjoy yourselves. And you are coming in, and you guys, you're not really part of this, but you can still attack. I just want to wait for the trolls to actually commit themselves. I really wish I could have just auto-resolved this, but it's okay. Alrighty, here we go. You know what? We will send the Fimir against the warrior, or the, Oh, they're gonna ignore us? Okay, well then. You know what? Go kill their lord. Right here, and trolls moving in. Where are you going, crossbows? Oh, you're gonna have a bad day. Okay, let's just watch this whole thing happen. Oh, it was a little bit louder today, but maybe it's just because that the map is relatively small and we're only seeing close-up, so not really jumping all over the place to see what's happening. Alright, let's see how quickly they all rout. Ooh, we're actually getting charged in the back by the enemy units, so the Fimir and the Skin Foes might take a little bit of damage, but it looks like the enemy army is going to rout in a few seconds. Just gotta watch the units that are that have been fighting continue to fight. There we go, how are we doing? We're seeing a lot of screams among the enemy line, and let's see, these guys... Oh, you're not broken. Just kill them. And... yeah, don't let them come back, please. Go over here. There we go. Alrighty. Good job, Throgg, and this army should be just about done. In fact, I'm going to speed it up a little bit more, because this should be over as soon as one more unit routes. In fact, you guys go chase that down. And the chain route will be here any second now. Probably should have bothered to pop the Tormentor Sword and Flow of Battle, rather. And that should, I think, be it. We done here? The gods have abandoned you. There we go. I think that's the chain round. Oh, this unit looks like it's still fighting. Guys, just kill that unit, please. You guys are brave. You guys are some brave spearmen. Because is that a unit coming back? All right, Fimir, go kill that then. It looks like our skin wolves are chasing this fella, and Carnifex, are you fighting out here or chasing? No, you're chasing, and these guys. Yeah, there we go. Finally. Okay, end battle, we obviously don't have to chase him down, we're just here to make sure that Frosty doesn't die in an auto-resolve. Pretty darn even kills among all the trolls. The Fimir did really poorly, actually. Only 35 kills as compared to the Skin Wolves. I wonder why that was. Huh. Interesting. I should make sure to send them against the proper units. Could have been a fluke, though. I mean, we only have one sample size. Sample size of one, rather. Okay, now you, I guess... And I don't really want to wait here. Is 4K really worth it? We might need it, on the other hand. But then we'd have to fight this again, wouldn't we? Yeah, I don't want to fight it again. It's too annoying. Alright, one more raise for the Serpent, I think. Yeah, the campaign movement rate is really going to help. Alright, go for raise for the Serpent. There we go. Yeah, as I said, I would have loved to have the money, but then Throgg would have had to spend several turns here, and that's just... I'm not into it. Now, you can move back down here, meet up with Surtha Ek, and then book it up here to fight the Cold Voider, or Fergistrex, whatever the hell he's called. Now, we also have some tech to get going. Question is, what are we going to do next? We could continue upgrading our Marauders. I like all this, Berserker and Champion upgrades. I do like the sound of that. Plus, this upgrades all regular Marauder units. I take it that includes the Champions and the Marauders, yes. Okay, so that's pretty good. I was going to get the Trollkin name onto one of these guys. I think it was going to be you. I'm almost completely sure it was going to be you. It was one of the Marauder champions that got a ton of kills in that siege. I feel like it has to be this one because it has more XP. I wish I had paid attention. You know what, I could double check after the episode, just go back to the previous one. But in the meantime, let's go with the Marauder Trollkin. You could represent all the Marauder Trollkin. There we go. Okay, and speaking of Trollkin, we also, as per the comments for the last episode, need to get some actual trolls, i.e. ice trolls, into Throgg's army to get his quest. Unfortunately, the only place where we can currently recruit them from is out here in the Aesling's Conclave, and it's just too far away. Kurun is not yet ready to provide us with the ability to recruit the damn trolls, or the ice trolls, rather, so that's not all that helpful. Yeah, so I feel like we might have to send Surtha Ek all the way up there, recruit some ice trolls, and ferry them down to Throgg. In addition to that, we do need to recruit mammoths, and I guess Surtha Ek could ferry them down to Wulfric as well. Yeah, that just sounds like Surtha's going to be doing a lot of ferrying, but we have to do it that way for at least a couple more turns, or a couple more episodes. Until we're good with these two armies, and then they're more or less complete. Now, we have leveled up our Fimir again. Oh, this will give him a little bit more armor. You know what? He's been taking so much damage. I feel like we upgrade all this stuff. Aura of Chaos, Miasma of Despair. Get a Mistwalker. Oh. You know what? He really needs Mistwalker. I think we forego this in favor of getting Mistwalker as fast as possible. Just so that he can not be as scared anymore of getting wrecked by everything. Okay, you can upgrade training. Keep upgrading everybody. We are able to go for... Wait. We could go for Horrid Blessing as well. Free missile resistance, but more importantly, Alpha Wolf upgrades, which will allow us to get more Skinwolves in this army sooner. Speed bonus versus large -2. Wait, what? Oh, enable contact bleed. Yeah, that's swell. I mostly care about Alpha Wolf right now. Or do we just go for Deadly Onslaught to allow you to actually kill enemy lords? Because you weren't doing so great at it last time. You know what, let's go training for now, and I'll think about it as we go on. And I believe that's all for the levels. Throgg is good. Anybody else need to do anything? I don't think so. Let's just double check what we need to upgrade here. Ooh, hello, Ice Drake Fjord. You can get your next level of Carcasses Wall, or Wall of Carcasses. I believe I wanted to get one of these buildings in here as well, the Mammoth and Ice Troll Shrine. Mostly because it also generates cash. It doesn't just allow recruitment. So it generates cash, and it provides garrison, and it upgrades capacity for basically all the good stuff. Frostworms, Giants, Mammoths, War Mammoths, Manticores, Norse Controls, and yeah, generates a fair bit of income at max level. So definitely gotta get that. Unfortunately, this building, the Damned Longhouse building that allows us to get Fimir and Skinwolves and stuff, does not generate any cash. Kind of bizarre. I guess it doesn't increase recruit rank for all of our heroes across provinces, but not now. We can build those in military hubs. Ice Drake Fjord is not going to be a military hub. Hellspire Mountains, you are going to keep upgrading the Shamanic Pyre, and I guess we're going to do the exact same thing and build one of these. We will also need to start getting Ever-Chosen Shrines eventually, but I don't believe we can actually recruit Chosen until we... yeah, only the Ever-Chosen can recruit Chosen, so we have to defeat Archaon, I take it, before we can do that. So Unholy Sight and Vanaheim Mountains, you can also do the exact same thing. Okie dokie. We also need to start building these Offerings of War everywhere. Although, I'm feeling like we'll need to build the Offerings of War not in main settlements, because they are allowed to go to rank 3, whereas main settlements can get some better stuff, most likely. And we'll also need to start building these offering buildings everywhere as well. Pretty much in every Norscan territory, actually. It will probably be maxing out primarily... I mean, Cave of Dark Offerings, physical resistance just feels a lot better than just 2% vigor loss. I'd much rather have 1% physical resistance than 2% vigor loss, I feel. So we're probably going to go for more Caves of Dark Offerings than we are for Glacial Passages. We'll also probably have to look into the Chieftain's Hall somewhere. So yeah, there's a lot of... There's a lot of buildings to build and not a lot of space to build them. But for now, money is the biggest problem, so we're going to continue working off of that scenario. Okay, so that's good. And I believe that's everything now. You guys are done. Let's end the turn, and let's hope that this guy doesn't move out of Aelhart so that Wulfric can duel Volkmar one last time and finish off the Empire for good. Alright. Let's also hope that Eataine isn't approaching again now that Wulfric is out of there. And it looks like Reikland decided to wuss out, so we're good. And Hamlin von Karstein changed to stance, we don't care about that. Avalorn's military alliance with Illyrian, surprising that didn't happen earlier. Oh, and it looks like the Fort army is actually going to produce an army. So we are probably going to have to siege that with Wulfric. Siege it the old-fashioned way. We're about to get a rebellion in the Wasteland. Fascinating. Tremendously fascinating. What kind of defenses do we have here? Pretty weak. I don't think Wulfric really needs the help here. I'm thinking we send him out to Marienburg to deal with the rebellion here. Because even if he's in here, it'll still rebel, and then he can level up a little bit off of that. Let's do that. You can break siege. There we go. Then we can have you, Wulfric, move into the siege. Will Marienburg die immediately? No, it can defend itself. Okay, so we can actually do this. First, you're going to go here, and you're going to besiege this. Then, What I wanted to do was trade you. I wanted to trade you the Marauder Hunters, which you are going to keep, at least for now, for your Chariot, which you're not going to keep most likely. We should probably also just take away his Beast of Tashnar and just get him to recruit a couple. I'm almost even tempted to say, don't even take the Marauder Hunters with Javelins. And just delete them and get 2 more Marauder Champions. And then we'll just replace a couple of the whatever units for Mammoths later. Yeah, you know what? No Beast of Tashnar. Because you're not going to hold on to them. And... It'll be a little bit of a weaker army. You know what? That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Do that, and then Surtha, not Wulfric, Surtha, you can go back out here and start healing, along with your Beast of Tashnar. You will destroy the Rebellion here, while Wulfric, you're going to have a little bit of a cinematic battle here. Mostly because I want him to duel a Volkmar personally. I want to see how that works out. Hopefully we don't just lose Wulfric immediately to the Luminarch or the Great Cannon. This army is not particularly adept at dealing with those things just yet. Even when we get Mammoths, it probably won't be. But hey, it's going to be a straight-up Marauder army. These are all the Marauders that, you know, wanna be Trollkin. Alrighty, here we go. I mean, this is going to be a pretty pointless and easy battle. We're just basically going to send all our troops to fight the enemy. The one primary purpose, or probably the only purpose in this particular fight, is to have a duel between Wulfric and Volkmar over here. I do want to see how Wulfric measures up in terms of the actual fighting, because he hasn't been doing super great at that thus far, but now that he's on his Mammoth, I'm a little bit less concerned about him, so we can send him in and just use the bulk of that HP to tank any extra shots that he might take, or extra damage that he might take, which would normally cripple him. So anyway, here we go. We're going to first start off with a Burning Head into the enemy formation, but as you can see, it's not doing anything. It's moving through all these units, and even the Hammer of Witches isn't really being that hurt. Moves through this line, barely any damage. Now that I think is just goes to show the pretty intense buffs that the regular units have. The line infantry, Luminarch shot coming in, and it's going to just miss the Mammoth. Doesn't even clip him, but does clip a few of our poor Marauder champions over here. A few of them go flying, but I take it the unit does not suffer too much damage from that. Yeah, not too much at all. So that's just fine. I'm not going to get too much out of that Luminarch. Now, if we compare the Sea Fang's damage with the Burning Head, you can see that the Sea Fang does a lot more. Like, the Swordsman unit took way more damage to the Sea Fang than it did to the Burning Head, and it looks like the other units also got damaged by it. So it looks like Sea Fang is better than Burning Head level 1, but granted, it wasn't overcast. So I guess even for basic Empire troops, we need to overcast that particular thing. I guess what I should have done was a Flame Cyclone here instead, but it's not like it would have mattered anyway. All their regular troops are just plain gonna die. This is one of those rare situations where we actually outnumber the enemies on top of them being wounded and stuff like that. So, yeah, good luck. We got our... Wow, not a lot of these archers are dropping despite all of our range units trying to focus them down at the same time. Wulfric is basically running around right now. He's actually just trying to chase down Volkmar. You can see him sort of turning and pivoting on the spot. Volkmar is a lot faster than him and a lot more maneuverable, it seems, because Wulfric seems to be bound to get stuck repeatedly. But that's okay, because the rest of the army is just about done already. There's really nothing to look at here. We even had our Skinwolf Werekin as well as the Maws of Savagery jump in and hit these guys in the back, and that just wrecked them all. In addition to that, I did focus all of our range units onto the Luminarch, and let's just say it won't last for very long. It's kind of funny, it's because it's an anti-large unit, so it's good against these kinds of things, like the Luminarchs, but it just seems kind of silly to me. I feel like a bunch of javelins hitting a basically wooden construction wouldn't do all that much extra damage, as opposed to hitting the the actual living large units that it's meant for. Look at all those damn javelins everywhere. And the Luminarch exploded. I guess it does hit the unit that's actually standing on the Luminarch as well as the horses driving it. So you can see the carriage itself is more or less fine. Just the driver and the horses are dead. So maybe the giant pile of javelins does make sense. Counterpoint to myself. Okay, so here we go. It's Wulfric versus... Volkmar, damn, I don't know how I spaced on that after having said it repeatedly in the same battle. It's late. Okay, here we go. It looks like Volkmar was actually still running away, but finally Wulfric managed to get in there. A few of the units that are stuck are sort of in the way, and it looks like our Mammoth is actually going to be hitting them. I do keep repeatedly trying to order them away. You can see the marks on the map there. They just keep trying to charge in because there's a couple of them there, and they're sort of pseudo-engaged. And there we go, finally they're away, and it's a sort of one-on-one. Though to be fair, it's more of a one-on-one between the Mammoth and Volkmar than it is between Wulfric, who's just sort of chilling up here. He's having a good time. He's not even waving his sword around. He's not even sure what's going on. There we go. How are we doing here? So it's not like we're not doing a crazy amount of damage here. Now, Charmed Shield on top of Wulfric is going to help us out with regards to damage resistance for ourselves. And it looks like several units of our Berserkers, in fact, 4, I believe, units of our Berserkers, decided to all rampage simultaneously and all just rush at Volkmar, which is kind of odd behavior, I thought, because why would they all rampage simultaneously? This one didn't, but... and I don't know why this one didn't, because it didn't rampage earlier, I don't think, so it wouldn't be on cooldown. Oh, there it goes, never mind. They did all rampage simultaneously. Huh. Well, fascinating. That's more so annoying than anything, because they're just going to jump in here, and they're going to get real bloody from Wulfric's Mammoth hitting these guys. But as soon as they're done rampaging, we're just going to order them out. They're not really needed here, and I just wanted to see the duel between these two. Not that Wulfric's doing a crazy amount of damage. I mean, Volkmar's dropped to below half HP. The Berserkers definitely did help a little bit, but I did notice that Wulfric was missing a lot of his hits. I guess he does have the larger splash attack and is better against masses of units one on the Mammoth than he is in single target, but it won't matter. He's still stronger than Volkmar, who finally drops down and is about to go with very little HP remaining to get one more hit in there. Oh, missed that one. Come on, come on. And another one. Wulfric's a tease today. And here we go, a last hit coming in with the Sea Fang to drive over the corpse there. And it looks like Wulfric's finally victorious. They should have made an animation where the Mammoth picks up the Lord in its... I don't know, lamprey tusk thing that it's got going on over here, and crushes it and just throws it, or something like that. I do actually want to check out next time that the Mammoth is fighting to see if there is an animation like that for when it's fighting regular infantry, because I feel like I've seen something like that before, but I don't remember if it was the Mammoth specifically. Anyway, there we go. Grimsbane is ours, and Volkmar has fallen. And there we go, super easy battle. Obviously, we didn't actually need to fight it manually and could have auto-resolved it, but I feel like if Wulfric was going to get the Grimsbane trait for defeating Volkmar, by the Dark Gods, he was going to earn it. So there we go, he got his little duel off and won fairly handily. Still got a little bit beat up and some, unnecessary help from those Zerkers that decided to randomly all rampage at the exact same time, which was pretty interesting, and otherwise no losses really. 16, and I assume a lot of those were actually to friendly fire, so yeah. Actually, not that many, only 3 were to friendly fire. These guys actually did a pretty decent job killing things. I'm surprised the Hammer of the Witches didn't manage to kill a single unit. The hell were you guys doing? And the Luminarch, I feel like it might have killed them in melee. Oh no, wait, it got 1 shot off, I believe. That probably did it. Yeah, Wulfric did more than twice as much damage, but he did wade into the melee a little bit. Anyway, then we can, I guess, raise Aleheart. We don't need to sack it again. Raise it for the Serpent one more time. That'll give us 60 out of 60. We don't want to go all the way to the max level. We want to go almost to 100 in Serpent. Because, yeah, we don't want to max it out. I believe if you will be recruited to fight for a faction, we're not going to give Throgg's allegiance to the Serpent. That would be insane. That's the least option. It's just that I feel like it's better for early game. Anyway, right. If anybody was worried about that. There we go. Grimsbane, leadership, melee defense, and melee attack from melee infantry, which does make me think we need more melee infantry in this particular army, which I was talking about earlier. Yeah. We'll probably have to remove at least one of these Marauder Hunters. I mean, we do have a decent amount of Marauder Infantry, and look at the buffs on these guys. Melee defense is at 78. I gotta love the Icehorn Marauders. I wish that, like the Tomb Kings, this was a special unit that you could recruit multiples of, because that would be really cool. I wish that they had added that sort of thing. But I guess it does make the Tomb Kings unique, so I can't really complain about that. Anyway, Wulfric, you have the Eternal Challenger. I guess we're gonna go for that. Not that the Voice of the Dark Gods wouldn't be bad right now. I mean, we definitely do have to go for Sarl's Finest and the Juggernauts of the Sarl. It's just that, once again, we don't have the Mammoths yet, so I feel like it's pointless to get those. We can also just go straight for Foe Seeker just to get Hunter of Champions. Would that be better? We could also go for Rally in 2 more points spent. Oh, yeah, Wulfric has to expend a lot of points because he has to go into Monsters of the North to buff up his Mammoths. And he has to go into Frostbitten to buff up his Skinwolves because he has buffs to both. Yeah, Fervent Creatures. So damn. We have to be careful with his points. I think we'll have enough, but we might not be able to go through the Mammoth Wrestler trait. And honestly, this line is kind of garbage, to be perfectly honest. So it doesn't really matter all that much. I guess Bringer of Ruin might be kind of helpful, plus I like the name for some reason. Can't really put my finger on it. But +4 leadership is going to be sort of helpful. But in the meantime, you know, just go for Foe Seeker. We'll get the Eternal Challenger, although speed and vigor versus speed, melee attack, and a little bit of damage. You know what? Go for the melee attack. He was missing Volkmar a little bit too much, especially because he's on his Mammoth. It's a little bit difficult for him, so I guess that does make sense. Probably don't need to upgrade the Devastating Charge, and I don't remember why I went Thick-Skinned instead of Hard to Hit. Was this already on Wulfric before we recruited him? Or did I actually put points in Thick-Skinned? I mean, it's swell because his armor isn't maxed out. But, well, as long as he has enough points, it'll be fine. It won't matter. Okay, so there we go. Reichland destroyed. Valiant little effort by Volkmar there, and we won't have to deal with that faction anymore. We will have to deal with the remnants of Marienburg. And look at this blatant AI cheating. How is he building an army and recruiting things when they're making 0 money? In fact, with a negative... Wait. Shouldn't they be suffering attrition? Huh. Actually, that's interesting. I guess the AI could have saved up such an obnoxious amount of money by virtue of their cheating that they're, like, completely in the red and aren't actually... and that's going to be just fine for them because they have a huge nest egg. Which would be kind of annoying as well, but you know what? With regards to Marienburg, that actually might be reasonable because it's Marienburg and it's super rich. Okay, anyway, let's upgrade Marienburg since we're just talking about it. And let's see what else we can upgrade without losing all of our cash. We are a little bit close to bankruptcy here, which I'm not too fond of. Rather. Not too funded either. Let's see. Tyrion actually decided to move away out of here. But that doesn't mean he's not an ever-present threat to Longyi. I would really love to get this freaking army gone, because it's a waste of space.
Despoil and ravage.
Here's what we'll do. We are going to disband you 3. Ah, you can't select them all at the same time. Yeah, fine. We're going to disband them. But since we've recruited these chariots, we're going to give them to Sirtha Ek before he leaves. So we're going to go right, let's say, here. Or we could just march stance and be there even quicker. I was thinking if we go here, we could just recruit a couple more, but you know what? If we're having money problems right now, it might not be a great idea. And these are Marauder Ice Wolf chariots. So he already has one. I guess we could give him another one. But it'll take 2 turns to recruit them here, won't it? Let's double check. No, it'll take 1 turn. You know what? Recruit 1 more. And we can't get Horse Masters here because we're only at rank 3. We'll need to get to rank 4 before we get to it. Well, that's okay. And we still need to get Whalers. Whalers on the moon, that is. Alright, Albion, you need to level up. We are getting another loot pile here, which is lovely. And it does up our research rate, which is certainly helping. This little army does have a Flamespire Phoenix, but I think it's too weak to actually destroy any of our settlements out here, so we don't really have to keep an eye on it. Now, do we have enough money to steal tech? We aren't losing cash anymore. Because, oh, you failed anyway. Because we did destroy all those heroes. Or disband, rather. Destroy, disband, whatever. 1,000. This is going to take us very, very close to negative, but it is a success. And we got several more turns of steel tech, which I'm certainly going to take. You can go for... okay, just keep on through Onslaught. Nothing new came up that's important. Rebellion, imminent in Marienburg, that's fine. Unassigned skill points on you. The Fire Wizard, Tavi. You've been doing really well, buddy. Well, now we could go into Power Sab, but I feel like we should go Taint the Soil. I mean, I was a little bit disappointed in the performance of the Burning Head in that particular battle. It didn't even do damage to basic troops, because the basic line troops apparently get so much armor that they can just ignore this nonsense. And I guess they get buffs from Volkmar as well. I wonder if that includes magic resistance or not. It would be nice to max out Burning Bolts and Flamestorm, but we will do that. My thinking here is that... if we go through this line, we want to get the Revered by the Tribe faster. Melee defense and melee attack for all Marauder units in this army, because that just adds buffs upon buffs for those units. I'd really like them to go strong. Plus, we will get leadership on Laying Siege now. Winds of Magic. I'll take that. Yeah, we'll go Winds of Magic and probably some points into Pillage. We'll max it out if we have the points, but otherwise we'll leave it alone. In the meantime, go for Taint the Soil. And then let's try to get that revered for the tribe in 5 levels, by the tribe, whatever. And I believe that's an end for this turn. Man, it's been a while since we've had so little cash. And I forgot to move Throgg. But he's moving where he's supposed to be moving, so that's okay. As long as he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Eatane, pretty darn strong. Hopefully they didn't move up just as we moved all of our protection out of Longyi over there. I'd really prefer not to have to maintain a permanent garrison at Longyi. I wouldn't be surprised if we did have to, though, because it is right on the edge, bordering... What do you want? Whatever you want, we don't want it. It's right on the edge and bordering the donut, so... Hey, a level 2 allegiance with any god. Free money. I love it. And, oh, hello. You landed here. Yeah, hush, hush, hush. Everybody loves Throgg, I know, I'm aware. I'm one of those people. Okay, province, the Wasteland Rebellion, we know about that. Raiding, don't care. Marienburg damaged. Still don't see Eatane. So I think we're safe here. And I'm pretty sure Kurun can defend against this. These guys are suffering attrition because they're in Blighted Chaos territory. Well, that's just lovely. So let's repair Eatane. Level 3 allegiance with any god, that's probably not going to happen. Oh, our hurt sorcerers came back. It's actually going to hurt our income. But it will allow us to steal even more tech, which I would really like, if only it wasn't so ludicrously expensive. Okay, so we'll start by doing this. Sirtha. Not likely. You just auto-resolve this. In fact, move you here. Now we could trade immediately and then get extra auto-resolves. And yeah, we could wait for the public order to drop. I just don't care about it enough to wait. I mean, we could farm this with Sirtha, but I just want to get him out here. And to trade units with Throgg, because that's available, like, right now. So do that. Auto-resolve this. Alright, there we go. That's perfect. We're going to sacrifice these captives for the extra cash, because we are going to try to steal some more tech. Then we're going to have you trade all these chariots. There we go. Then you're going to disband yourself. Goodbye. You, Sirtha, are going to go into March Stance. And why does this hurt you? This is Vampiric Corruption. Oh. Oh, we don't care. All these units will be immune once they're in Throgg's army, because he's immune to everything. Alright, and then Throggy boy. You can go and directly... Oh. Wait, I did not realize that these guys would get angry at the trespassing. -10. You know what, let's see if we can't do a temporary trade agreement. We can always betray them later. And... Oh, they won't do military access. Okay, well then we can untrade later, who cares? Whatever. Throgg's a little busy right now. When Kislev is dead, we'll destroy these guys. But until then, if they want to give us free money and they want to take our trespassing, then they're perfectly welcome to. All right, go Throgg. It's time to trade troops, buddy. What do we have here? Your absolute trash army, Vlad. If this was Isabella, I would have just attacked this immediately. But not so much. Okay. What do we have here? Wait. Who's in Altdorf? We saw another army around here somewhere. Oh, no, that was this one up here. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So, we will take the Norse Trolls, the River Trolls, the Stone Trolls, the Bile Troll, and all the Fimmer Stalkers. We will lose both Hounds. We will lose all of the basic Marauder units. We need to lose 3 more. Oh, I'd really love to keep the Marauder Hunters in this army because they're lovely. But it looks like it's not on the cards. I don't see anybody else that we can take out of here. And I guess this does have to be a full monster army, doesn't it? Okay, well, if that's what we gotta do, that's what we gotta do. Alright, there we go, and now... Man, there's really not a lot of space in this army. I might have to change up the trolls a little bit. We'll temporarily... I mean, we'll probably have to lose this unit of Norscan trolls, the regular ones. We will have to replace them with the Norscan ice trolls temporarily to finish up Throgg's quest. And then we'll replace them with a Cold Voider. The Regiment of Renown Frostworm, because I did say we wanted to get Frostworms in Throgg's army. That still leaves getting some more Fimir warriors in here. At least... Man, I'll have to think about this, because there are 2 types of Fimir warriors, right? There are the regular ones with great weapons, and yeah, there's the regular ones and the ones with great weapons, unless I'm mistaken. Ice Trolls, Norse no, this is the wrong thing. Here, we got Fimir warriors and Fimir warriors with great weapons. I guess what we could do is we could go 2 Fimir warriors, and then 1 with great weapons. Wait, do the Mist Stalkers count as regular warriors or great weapons ones? No, they count as regular ones, so maybe we'll get 1 other regular one and 2 with great weapons. But I still want some room for Stalkers. Damn. We'll have to think about this. Yeah. But hey, we got a lot more trolls in here now. Look at this. That's a pretty big blob of trolls, so I'm very much excited to see these guys go to work. In the meantime, Sirtha, what do you not need in here? You know what? Keep this army as it is. It's almost actually good enough to fight. We'll need to get you a couple more frontliners, at least temporarily. Just because they're a lot cheaper than the Marauder Ice Soul Chairs. I mean, 300 per... That's a little bit much right now. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with those. I submit. So what we're going to do with Sirtha is we're going to send him out here, and he's going to level up by farming some of the sea stuff. All of these islands in here. There'll be some relatively easy battles, and where the chariots can come in really handy against the relatively immobile armies of the AI's Vampire Coast. So I think that'll work out, and as I said, we're moving Throgg up to Kislev now. Okay, Lord Not Moved, Wulfric, you, my friend, are going to briefly go into Marienburg, which will also repel again, because it's super unhappy. It's fine. Alright, you're going to stay in Marienburg for, say, a turn, and then you're going to siege this fort. For probably a while, because we can't assault it like that. Throgg could actually assault it, but if Wulfric doesn't really have too much to do right now, he can just do it this way. In the meantime, Steel Tech. Oh, your Steel Tech is actually quite cheap compared to everybody else's. Wonder why. Yep. And it's another failure. Hjalmar, the 2 Hjalmars, man. Why are you guys such disappointments? Can't do anything right. We might have to execute one of you. Maybe we should just keep a counter of how many of these guys fail, and then execute the one that fails more. Just Hjalmar, like Cher, or Hjalmar the something. They're also a failure. And I love how the other two, Torvald, Eck, and Frisky, were successful, whereas the Hjalmars are just serial failures. I identify with that. Okay, anyway, let's see what do we got here. You can get... I guess we're ignoring Tough as Nails for now, so just go for Deadly Fang, get Foe Seeker. Okie dokie. And we got Nordland, an upgrade. What are you gonna upgrade? Ooh, yes. Basically everything. Oh.
Darkness comes.
What are you? Are you a vampire? Wow, you're a high level. 22, damn. The vampire counts have been doing a really good job. Are they fighting? They're fighting with Norden. Okay, yeah, we really need to get Throgg up here. I don't want them to take any of these ports from us. Those are ours. Stop it, vampires. Who else is leveled up here? Oh, Sirtha's leveled up. My bad. And I saw this earlier, and then I just ignored it. You are not going to get the Norscan horse right now. You are going to go for... I'm just taking another look at these. I still feel like Fury of the Hound's probably going to be the best here. I just mostly want to stack Sirtha's charge to ludicrous levels. I don't really care about the other stuff, but this is the only one that gives us any kind of charge. And I mean, Sirtha has to have charge, right? Since he has the stupid trait, we gotta go all out on it. But in the meantime, we are going to go for Unnatural Selection for the chariots, which will give him a charge bonus as well as speed. I really wish that the charge bonus would also apply to Sirtha himself, even though he's... Wait, he's not automatically on his chariot? Wait, what? I thought he's supposed to automatically be on... Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, somebody said that in one of the... commented that in one of the previous episodes, and I was just like, wait a second. So yeah, that would be a waste of a point otherwise. Perfect. Yeah, I might have not noticed that otherwise. Okay, so what else do we have here? Frisk, you, Steel. See, that's how you succeed, Hjalmars. You see? Damn. And you're already maxed out in Specialist, so keep maxing out Steel Tech. What are we in terms of tech, by the way? 211. Pretty good. Keep buffing up the Marauders. And then we'll buff the Trolls up after that. Not that they really need the buffs. 58 to 51 is pretty damn good with 100 armor and the regeneration and the splash attack. I'm certain that's certainly nothing to sneeze at. We'll see how the River Trolls perform. I might change the two River Trolls just down to one. I feel like we need to keep both of the Stone Trolls, though, just because they're by far the best frontliners out of the regular Trolls. Although they don't hit as hard, they're going to be a lot more resilient, right? I actually want to compare their resilience to Norscan Ice Trolls, because... Wait. Oh, these guys have the rank 7, so they've got the special traits. They don't hit as hard, though. But that's to be expected. Their armor isn't actually all that much different. We got 100 on the Norscan Ice Trolls. It's almost feeling like... Norscan Ice Trolls are going to be the best ones. It's just that, well, minus the Bile Trolls, who are pretty amazing. But that's because they're poison more than anything else. Yeah, with these guys, I just feel like we don't want to get too many of them, because then it'll get boring. And we're out of cash, unfortunately. Okay, so on the turn. It'll get boring without variety, is what I mean. Okay, Harganneth. We do want to try to get more agreements with both Harganneth and Nagarond as well, just so that they don't get angry at us for presumably attacking one of their allies later, which could very well happen. And, oh! What the hell are you doing, Safari? Seriously, what are the elves doing? They're all insane. And I was going to send... Wait, so you're not actually sieging this place, are you? You're in march stance. Did you lose a battle? What happened here? Well, regardless of what happened, Wulfric, I know your army is hurt, but you're gonna siege this. I don't believe... Wait, you didn't win and sack this place, did you? Oh. Okay. Siege vehicles aren't available when you're attacking a fort. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that'll make this a hard battle, damn. So here's the thing. We could easily auto-resolve this and take no casualties, or take very minimal casualties, but the auto-resolve has always been broken with forts. Forts are fairly tough, and it doesn't show that because it thinks that this is an unwalled settlement, even though it is walled. See, siege vehicles are only available when attacking walled settlements. I can't believe this still hasn't been fixed. I mean, it sort of might make sense that it's impossible to build siege towers before the fort because of its position, and it's got that killing floor, and I believe that it's like a marshy approach to it as well as into high ground, so it might make sense. It's just bizarre that it thinks this, because it also seems to affect the auto-resolve. Even with the garrison in full, the auto-resolve is really in your favor, even when it shouldn't be. Anyway, here's what I'm thinking here. We actually fight this next turn, because we're going to get some casualties. We're going to send all our Zerkers and stuff up the walls, probably, unless we could just really quickly break through the gate with Wulfric. It'll definitely be a tough fight, even with a relatively weak garrison. So that's why we're going to keep him there. In the meantime, I don't believe we'll have time for anything else this episode, alas, because we're out of time. But we will have to move Throgg up and to get as close to Norden as possible. Because we might as well just attack Ostland here. How many territories they got? 4. So, oh, do they have that gold mine territory still? I don't remember if it's in Wolfenburg. I think it's in Wolfenburg. There's a gold mine somewhere here, which might be worth an insane amount of cash, and we do really need the cash. Also, we need you to heal up. I guess we could stop over at Dietershofen just temporarily. And, yeah, build some stuff. Okay, but anyway, there's some admin stuff to do. I will do it between the episodes as usual. Next time, we will attack Fort Bergbress with Wulfric, or siege it for a little while. Nah, we're probably just going to straight up attack, just for the fun. If we lose some units, we lose some units. We'll just rebuild them here. I mostly want a fun battle. Sirtha Ek, we're going to slowly move you back into Kurun. And we're going to just flesh out your army until you're at a 20-20 stack. You'll mostly have some weak units in here. I just want to give you some more frontliners and stuff so that you can farm the sea for levels. Then when he's level, like, let's say 12 to 15, and he's gotten us a decent amount of cash, we'll come back to Kurun, fix up his army with even more chariots and horsemasters and stuff, take away his marauders, and then we're going to send him all the way down to Khemri to try to find Cetra and defeat him. I want the special buff for the Ever Chariot. Anyway, as I said, that's what I'm calling it. Stay tuned next time for Throgg's brief fight with Ostland, as he's probably going to just take these things in quick succession. And then our quest battle for the Cold Voider, or Frigistrex. The special Frostworm, our first monster hunt. It's taken a long time to get here, but it's about damn time that we do. And then start doing the other... Start doing all the other quests for monsters as well. And then, as soon as Wulfric has done this, we'll also do his quest for the Sword of Torgald. So anyway, with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and or a comment to support the channel. It really, really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.